Hello dear homesteaders. Today I want to show you a little bit around our land and show you how everything looks. Everything is so lush. We're walking with our faithful dog where grapes are growing, and you can see that our grapes already have the fruit here. That's a grapefruit. Yeah, that little green bunch, that's the grapes. Here we planted some cucumbers with a wood chip system. Otherwise you get overwhelmed by weeds. Everything grows ferociously. But if you want to know what kind of bushes, for example, it's nice to have fruit because that's your natural source of dessert and sugar. What grows the best is black currants. These are the bushes. They are very healthy. They have a lot of fruit, and it's just nice. Gooseberries, a little sour. They don't grow that well. Haskab is a new fashionable thing to have, but they are too sour for my taste. And most places the blueberries don't really grow that well. By the way, blueberries and strawberries are the most sprayed fruit in supermarket. So if you want to avoid chemicals, unfortunately you have to avoid blueberries and strawberries. They are already blooming and they already have fruit. So there you go. That's the strawberry fruit right there. About one more week and we're gonna have strawberries, which is great. And I'm counting a lot on our... This is a lilac. I don't know why it's not really blooming yet, but these are our apple trees planted from seed. They're going to be 5 years old. They are 5 years old this year. So we would dedicate that fruit to the Lord if there was any, but there isn't. Buhai, are you coming? Let's go. We're going for a walk. You're this way. You know, usually we go that way. Let's go this way this time, Buhai. Yeah, you have to be flexible. Sometimes we use a different route. So, this is our compost pile. We're gonna go for a walk outside on the road later. Okay? Right now, we're going this way, on our land. Yeah, thank you for agreeing. All right. Okay, go. Okay, go. Yeah, enjoy. Go smell. Is there a deer? Foxes? Deer? Here we have to have another shed built up for a cow, hopefully. And this is one of our most prolific apple trees. Let's see if it has any fruit. It still has some flowers, and the fruit is very small still. There should be a lot of apples here. We'll have to put those bags on. We bought bags from with a very strong specialty kind of polyester mesh that can keep the airflow and the sunshine going through, but no bugs that lay them, because there's maggots. The maggots, little bugs, they fly in and they lay eggs, and then you get maggots in apples. People here, they eat the apples with maggots. They don't even know. They think it's just little blemishes, but it's actually bugs. It's worms. It's maggots. This is another apple tree. I neglected to take off the old apples. This is an old apple, rotted and whatever. I hope that's not gonna mess it up, but we'll have to put, see all that stuff flying, to put the and all those little moths, butterflies. They're not innocent, they're not beautiful. They lay eggs, they spread diseases and pestilences to apples. Here, this is supposedly wild, see here, wild strawberries, the so-called alpine. I don't call them wild strawberries, but they're so small here that it's barely worth it to waste your time picking it up. So much better to focus on choke cherries. This is choke cherries. I'm trying to cultivate the choke cherry bushes and cut down something like alders, which don't really do that much for me, but keep the choke cherries, because every one of those little flowers is going to be a nice bittersweet fruit of a very unique taste. It's not really sweet, it's not sour, they are bittersweet fruit, which I think should be the national, not national, but the provincial fruit of New Brunswick, since this province is kind of a sweet, bittersweet experience for all of us newcomers. I have to walk around in a net because there's so many bugs and insects flying. And they are very annoying, they're very aggressive, and they seem to have the purpose of their life is to irritate you. They fly right into your face. The more you try to shoo them away, the more they try to come back and to get past you, to touch your face. It's like a little game. It's like a little spiteful monkey trying to catch the lion's tail. It's really something very unique. And the locals here, they don't seem to mind flies walking up their noses and trying to walk into their walk on their eyeballs and just walk it right on their faces. But all of us people from other places, from other provinces of Canada who moved here, we do mind. And you can tell the difference between a local and a newcomer, that we wear head nets. I'm not going to accept flies walking up my nose. Thank you very much. So this is a beautiful apple. This is a good apple. What I mean by that, it has a nice variety and good taste. I trimmed all of them. I pruned all of those apple trees because they grow like nuts. And as a matter of fact, all of the nature here just grows too much, and they have this bad tendency to be very spindly, very thin, and then they break in storms because they're too thin. Are you enjoying it, Buhai? Is it nice? Yes. You okay? Let's walk around. Yes, I'm walking and something bit you. What is it? Something on you? What is it? You okay? Yeah, you're not really okay. You just want to sit down? Okay. All right. Okay. Just want to sit down and rest a little bit. Yeah, is that what it is? Oh, poor boy. Let's put this on. Oh, yes. That's a good boy. Yes. You're gonna trip me out. Okay. Pushing it. Okay. Yes. What the hell just happened? A tree just broke, and I was just talking about it. It's unbelievable. A tree just broke down, and it's not even that windy. It just fell down because they grow too spindly. They have no strength. Unbelievable. At this moment, everything grows so. Yeah, what happened? What happened here, boy? Yeah, I just saw it when I turned. I didn't turn the camera fast enough behind me, but I saw it fall. Is it? No, it's not this one. Where was it? I saw it fall. We'll see a tree on the ground. I had lots of trees on the ground because I cut some before. So it's difficult to get through. Where was it? It's so weird. I saw it fall. Oh, yeah, it's that one. It's that one. Yeah, that's how spindly they grow. All of them are so greedy. They push up higher to the sun. Maybe they want to get to heaven. I don't know. This one. And why would it break down? That is so weird. Huh. Anyways, so yeah, this is another section of our field. We call it the third field because it was supposed to be cleared up and used for garlic production back then, when we thought that you can actually make money in gardening in New Brunswick, in organic gardening, but nobody cares about gardening in New Brunswick because people don't actually even know what organic means. So they eat the lowest quality foods, which these days is hard to blame people with high prices, but even earlier they wouldn't know what actually organic food is. They don't know the dangers of chemical pesticides. And in fact, the potatoes that they grow around here in New Brunswick, which they grow a lot of potatoes, the McCain company, the McCain fries, very well known in Canada, they are from Woodstock and that area of eastern New Brunswick, western New Brunswick, and it's some of the worst potatoes I have ever tasted. I cannot stand that stuff. If I see a bag that says New Brunswick potatoes, I avoid it. And the length of the stick I keep it, because I look for potatoes that from Quebec. They are pretty good potatoes from Quebec, because they spray them too much. I think that's the reason. So too much nitrogen, too many pesticides, too many chemicals used in production, and then what happens is that the potatoes have no taste. They look like potatoes, but no nutritional value, no taste. So now you cannot make money from organic gardens here, so we gave up, and then we changed our plans, and we still call it that place third field, but it's really it's not going to be cleared up and used for gardening plots, because we don't have a need for that. We cleared up this whole area. It's called Central Park. We want to use it just for strolling and walking. Before it was cleared up, it looked like this. This is New Brunswick. 90% of New Brunswick is uncleared woods, dark, filled with insects, impossible to pass, impossible to enjoy. You can't even get into it. One moment, Buhai, can't even get into it because the trees, they grow so close to one another, and it's dark, it's filled with bugs. So when you clear it, it looks like this. Before you clear it, the New Brunswickers keep it like that. So that's the difference. It's kind of like the border between Haiti and the Dominican Republic, I think. And it's kind of like that. You got two sides. Blessings and curses, basically. Blessings and curses. Yeah. They don't do anything. Most people here, they don't do anything about their land. They like having a lot of land because the land is so cheap. You can have 100 acres, 500 acres. But how often are you going to go? How can you take care of 100 acres? We only have 4.5 acres, and I can barely keep up with weed whacking and pruning and cutting the trees and keeping the trails open, because stuff just grows in 1 month, sometimes in a couple of weeks. When it's very wet, lots of rains, everything grows up so badly that it will just overwhelm you. It will overpower you. The weeds will overpower you. The bushes. Like you might think this is bad, but before we came here, you couldn't even get through. You couldn't even walk through here. So I cut out these trails. Now we have 2 different passages here through this wooden section. One is here, and one is here. Plan is to cut all these, thin out all those spruces and wood chip them, but the wood chipper is broken because everything just breaks down. Everything, the quality of everything is so bad these days. And I could say who I blame for this, but all right. So here we're collecting the wood for the winter. This was left to us by the previous owner. I don't have enough determination to remove this, so this is the plan for the new shed barn building, but I think it's going to be over there where we first walked. This is the rest of the strawberry fields. We plan to extend it all the way to the back. That's one garden, that's another garden. The strawberries, they look great. So praise the Lord, they really look like they're easy to grow. They already have little fruits. Maybe not this field so much, because this is a little colder. It's warmer on that side of the house. And we're trying to grow different experiment. What is it, boy? Anyways, it's hard to keep up with the weeds, I tell you that thing for sure. I cleared up this little plot, but that's what it looks like after hours of working on it. Still, they try to break through. This is going to be full of weeds in a week. Anyways, this is another experiment. This is just broccoli, and it's many seeds. Very close, not in rows, but just thrown. We have plenty of seeds of broccoli from our own broccolis that, anyways, the way it works, you keep it for 2 years and then you get a lot of seeds. And the plan is to overwhelm the grasses and the weeds by the sheer amount of broccoli seeds. But I like grapes like this. These small grapes will be growing. These grapes we only planted 5 years ago. The same goes for the fruit trees. So that is the best because you don't have to spend that, you don't have to weed them. And that's what it is. And we're gonna sit down now with my wife and relax.